Hi, welcome to Active Bryant Systems. I'm Scott Bryant. I just want to talk to you today about Tony Robinson and what I think of the whole affair. Now, Tony Robinson was sort of like a report, sort of like a coming up in MP or somebody that everyone seemed to look up upon because of the gang raping of young girls in parts of Birmingham, Leeds, and places like that, in Manchester. So I watched it over the weekend where all the demonstrators were out, and there was over 20,000 demonstrators, which I think is great. But what I didn't think is great is that there was lots of guys that were like drinking cans of Stella and just getting drunk and then causing a problem. Now, when you're trying to make a stand or trying to make a difference, going in there drunk doesn't work. And the people in the media and the people out there that are the either the Illuminati or the people that are the establishment will not take them people seriously. So the few have made it worse for the many. So I believe that if we all do a YouTube video putting it out there, what we think about Tony Robinson and what the government have done to him, which was really out of order, within a couple of hours he was placed under arrest, and all he was doing a video presentation or a video live stream on what he thought of these guys that had raped these girls, and he mentioned their names, which he was allowed to do. That was in the public domain. And he said, how bad it was, and then he confronted them, and they threw insults at him, which he was, in my opinion, he was right to do that. These young girls being gang raped. And the other thing is that it's taken the establishment or the courts and the police well over a couple of months in which to sort this problem out and get these guys to trial. And yet, when Tony Robinson was doing the filming, they arrested him, put him in jail, and gave him a 13-month sentence in under a couple of hours. So that tells me that there's something wrong. The other thing is that they've took his phone off of him, which they didn't have a right to do, and they're taking away people's freedom of speech and freedom to film wherever they want. There's a couple of YouTube videos out there of people filming outside police stations or filming policemen. And the policemen and security in shopping centres have taken the phones off of that person with no right to do that. So unfortunately, it looks like we are going into a police state slowly but surely, which makes me very, very sad that society, you can't be free to say what you want anymore. Whereas we all should be free to say what we want and all have an opinion of whatever we want. Now, the politicians are constantly putting stuff out there, telling us how to live our lives and what we should do, and changing like the benefit system and making it much, much worse for people, not better for people. Whereas we voted them in, so they should be making it better for us, not worse for us. Okay? They're all saying it's all to do with saving money, but if we got rid of the Queen, we'd save 800 million. If we got rid of the royals, we would have saved 50,000 on a wedding cake and another 100,000 on a fucking dress. So I believe that Tony Robinson was right for what he did, and you have my 100% support. I don't want to go to demonstrations because I feel that doesn't work and it doesn't seem to change anything at all. They've not let him out of prison yet, and there's been a media shutdown or media not saying their voice. It wasn't on the news, so I boycott the news now. It wasn't in the papers, so I don't buy the papers anyway. So I get my news off of other sources, and I try not to get bogged down with the news, because the news is all a way of programming us and putting us into fear and all this type of stuff. So Tony Robinson, you have 100% my support. I hope that you get out safely and that you don't get murdered by Muslims in there. And I'm not saying all Muslims are the same. So I hope that you keep safe, you keep healthy for when you can get out in 13 months' time. Hopefully it'll be earlier than that because you're being a good boy. if they put you into solitary confinement, how can you be a bad boy in there? I just hope everything goes well. I send you love and my prayers, Tony Robinson. I'm not going to demonstrate because that isn't the way to go, and there's lots of idiots that are going to them demonstrations, unfortunately, and causing problems, which, if it was peaceful and everyone just sat down and brought London to a standstill with no violence, then the upper classes would have to listen. Thanks very much. I'm Scott Bryant. Bye-bye.